Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Secretary, call roll.
Lloyd.
Here.
Vada.
Here.
Dunlap.
Here.
Casper.
Here.
Lloyd. Here. Barry. Enza.
Here. We're going to switch the order and do the superintendent's report first. That way it'll give our spellers an extra chance if they're running a little late before we get to student recognition.
Thank you.
So we're going to skip to, we're on superintendent's report.
Yes, thank you. It's my pleasure to announce that our dates for summer school and ESY are set. Programs this summer will run July 10th through August 3rd, Monday through Thursday, as in past years, for grades pre-K through 7. However, this year, all of those grade levels will take place at Fulton School because of the air conditioning being installed at Central. We still have a number of teaching positions and service positions for the program still available. A survey and information was sent to staff, so there's been interest in that. Staff who are interested are asked to respond in that survey. So we look forward to having outstanding educators for that program. I toured that program last summer and I was delighted with the quality of instruction and high level of student learning. So I look forward to the program again this summer. District Math Challenge will be held Thursday, February 23rd. 4 students from each grade level in each school in grades 1 through 5 will compete in the challenge. 16 students from each grade level in grades 6 through 8 will also compete. Students qualify by being the top scorers on a preliminary math exam taken in their home school. The competition includes 3 events: mental math, individual written computation, and a team competition where students work together to solve problems. Very exciting. Following the math challenge will be District 146 Math Challenge Awards Night, which will be Thursday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. at Central Middle School. Big thank you goes out to our staff who makes this event possible: teachers, math coaches, math specialists, and Mike Morris will be the MC again this year. Our chiller for Central has been delivered to the factory to the Grange storage facility, and we've scheduled the installation of the chiller finally for this spring break. Jay Money's working on the 5-year financial forecast, which will be presented to the board at the regular March meeting, and you'll hear more about tax abatements for this and future years later tonight. I'm very excited to report that Shar Rubeck, our HR specialist, and Keegan Thurman will be away from the back of the room there. Our communication specialists are partnering together to prepare a recruitment video for all positions for District 146. I think that's a great thing to do in all times. It's particularly important now with staff and teacher shortage. The video will include interviews from a first-year teacher and a fifth-year teacher, describe the onboarding process, our mentoring program, professional development, etc. And Keegan and Sharp put together a list of talking points to highlight the video in addition to videos of our buildings, classrooms, and students. So I look forward to sharing that video with the board and the public when it's finished. Unfortunately, we have a number of condolences this month. Ron Gonsler's mother, Dolores Rodriguez, passed away last month. Ron was an important part of our District 146 family, principal, longtime principal of Fulton. He retired in 2019. Myrna Zyla's father passed away. Myrna is an ESL teacher at Cruz. And Matt Shanahan's father, Michael Shanahan, passed away. Michael Shanahan was a retired lieutenant for the Chicago Fire Department and a devoted family man. Matt is the director of buildings and grounds and does a great job serving the district and our 3 communities. So our hearts are with those families as they experience the loss. And that concludes the report.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move back to 3.1, student recognition of our spelling bee winners.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you to our board and administration for all of your support and investment in our students who are so brave to compete in our script spelling bee. So each of the students that should be recognized this evening, I recognize not everyone is present. We'll make sure that they get the certificates and all from you. So thank you for taking the time this evening for that. It's 2 students from each school who compete in the school level spelling bee, and that is by their own signing up and expressing an interest and seeing how well they do and compete. So we thank families for their support as well. From here then, 2 of those individuals from each school, so that's a total of 10 competitors, go on to compete in our District B, which we just had last Tuesday at Central Middle School. And we had a wonderful bee. It was very successful. We had a total of 15 rounds, and our 2 finalists, our champion, Anya Kleiss, and our champion runner-up, Monica Jiang, both from Cruz, did wonderfully, and we weren't sure how long it was going to go because they thought they were just going to be toe-to-toe for a while. As I understand, they were in their school level B. So Anya, as our champion, will now go on to represent our district at the regional South Cook B. From there, the winner will go on to the state level where all the regional B competitors will compete, and the next then is Washington, D.C. So we're delighted to provide these opportunities for our students when they want to demonstrate their excellence in any way that they can. So I'd love to call up the students that we have. You'll come up and receive your certificate and pen it, and then take a picture with the board. Thank you for being here. From FEERC, it would have, we are recognizing Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's not here this evening, and Logan Smith. Come on up, Logan. From Fulton, Sophia Hamad and Tommy Ijel. Come on up, Sophia. From Cruz, our champion and champion runner-up, Anya Kleiss and Monica Jiang. Neither of our memorial competitors are here this evening, but they were Elizabeth Carpenter and Jimmy Natka from Memorial. From Central Middle School, we have Riley Crone here this evening, and Jacob Kuntz was her fellow. Would you like everyone up for one photo? If you wouldn't mind stepping up for a whole picture with the board, please.
Bring your certificates.
Oh, yeah. Riley, you're going to stay up there for a photo, honey. Thank you.
You should.
Perfect. All right, great. That's great. On 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
All right, and best of luck to Anya.
Well done.
Thank you, Mr. Mikowski. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Shout out to Tricia Pankowski for all of, she does all the orchestration.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, moving on. 5.1, citizens may address the board at this time. Do we have any citizens who wish to address the board? Seeing none. Moving on. 6.1, report from union representatives.
Okay, this is just a little nosy. Everyone's looking forward to the next 28 days. That's how many days till spring break, in case you're not keeping track like we are. We're doing all kinds of math puzzles to figure out the day every day in my room. And I mentioned that we're off next Monday for President's Day, and they said, only one day? So that's the kind of the spirit now. We've got a lot going on in the different schools. Fulton right now is working on, they've got Student Council Spirit Day, as Memorial's been having as well. And they're going to be working to submit ideas to name their new flame mascot next month. So they're kind of getting everybody excited about that. And Memorial, we've been busy celebrating Lunar New Year, and we're lucky to have a principal that speaks some Chinese. I will not even attempt it right now, and you wouldn't know if I got it right or not, so I'm okay with that. We're also doing a lot for Black History Month. In our classroom in second grade, everyone decorated part of a large poster, and then we put all the pieces together, and it was pretty cool. I'll have to send Keegan some pictures. They've been doing a lot of research and trying to find out, find leaders in every area, every industry, from sports and celebrities to historical figures and all that. So it's been really interesting, and they've gotten really into it. We're gearing up for MAP testing later this week, and we've got a lot of meetings and those kind of things to go to, so busy days up until that 28th day gets here, but the end is in sight, the weather's been good, so it's all been good news. That's it.
I don't have anything to report. Even better.
Any additional reports? May I have a motion for consent agenda, please?
I move that we approve item 7.1, approval of minutes, 7.2, approval of closed session minutes, 7.3, approval of the instruction in closed session case, 7.4, approval of financial items, 7.5, approval of personnel items.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Secretary Caldwell?
Malloy.
Yes.
Shalata.
Yes.
Talon.
Yes.
Jasper.
Yes.
Lloyd, yes. Menzo.
Yes. 7.6, approval for water fountain replacement.
Yes, there's been no changes to this proposal since it was an information item last month. The district is prepared to install 43 water fountains at a cost of $43,888 and change. Almost half of them will include bottle fillers, which we're very excited about, and these need to be paid for by the second round of the ESSER grant.
Do I have a motion?
I move the Board of Education approve the water fountain replacement and upgrade project as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Secretary Caldwell?
Malloy.
Yes.
Shalata.
Yes.
Talon.
Yes.
Jasper.
Yes.
Lloyd, yes. Menzo.
Yes. 7.7, approval of equipment to be declared a surplus for sale, donation, or disposal.
As a former band director, I'll tell you there's a couple things that really excite us, one of which is new marching percussion equipment. The others that come to mind would be a big trip for new uniforms. Well, Central's band is going to be purchasing new marching percussion equipment, making their old, outdated, dilapidated, often tattered, old marching percussion equipment obsolete. So since it's an asset, the board is required to declare it surplus before they can donate or dispose of it.
Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education declare the marching percussion equipment presented as surplus and authorize the selling or disposing of said materials by sale, option, and/or donating to nonprofit organizations.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Secretary Caldwell?
Malloy.
Yes.
Shalata.
Yes.
Talon.
Yes.
Jasper.
Yes.
Lloyd, yes. Menzo.
Yes. 8.1, school calendar, school year 2024.
Wendy.
All right, yeah, thanks. We're going into next year already. Just before you should have a draft of the 23-24 school calendar. And before I highlight a few things about the calendar, I just want to extend a really great thank you to the calendar committee, which comprised of our administrators, our teachers, our union representation. They just had some really thoughtful and reflective discussions as we created, so I want to thank them for this. If you want to take a moment to take a look at that, and then I'll do a few highlights. Okay, pretty much similar to last year, we'll be starting just those start dates in the third week of August there, where we have our sick day and student day, and the student starts on August 23rd. and we end in June 4th. One change this year that we have on the calendar is the committee decided to try splitting our parent-teacher conferences into 2 days. So if you look there on October 25th and 26th, I'm sorry, 26th and 27th, I think I need my glasses now. We have a SIP day on the 26th, and in the evening, there will be parent-teacher conferences, and then the next day will also be parent-teacher conferences. In the morning, a little more flexibility for our families. So we're going to give it a try, see how it goes. Committee was really kind of excited about this change, and we see how it works. So that is one change you'll see from last year's calendar. We'll continue to have a little bit of that extended January winter break where that 8th we have non-attendance, but that also helps us celebrate some religious holidays that fall in January as well. And then if you note down there in April, on April 10th is another religious holiday that we have been observing. It is a non-attendance day there as well. So other than that, not many changes. So if there's any questions, happy to answer them.
So that'll be on your agenda at the regular March meeting for ratification. If there's any questions or comments on the calendar between now and then, just let us know. And then after its ratification, then we'll put together the calendar for next year's board meetings and committees.
Are you going to do the same thing for the second on parent-teacher conferences? Will that be spread over 2 days as well?
Yes, great question, Jill. In March, there on the 21st, you'll see that there's a SIP day, and then so that evening is parent-teacher conferences, and the next day is morning parent-teacher conferences.
Move that up.
We did.
That's great.
Yeah.
Give a little more
Yep.
feedback.
Yes, it was good reflection. Thank you for all the feedback on that as well.
Thanks.
Is Pulaski Day off this year?
And no, we did not opt to do Pulaski as
That's why it's
non-attendance day.
different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's
Yeah.
noted as a potential holiday, but it's not required.
Other questions? Great, thank you very much. 8.2, property tax abatements.
Yes, so last year, you might recall, we qualified for the property tax relief grant, which required us to abate $1.7 million in property taxes for each of 2 years. So this year will be year 2 for that, so next month I'll be presenting a resolution to abate the second year of the 1.7 million. In exchange for that, we get $1 million in state funding every year forever, so it's a good deal. Well, this year we qualified again, so the numbers are a little bit higher this year also, so we will have to abate $1.9 million for each of 2 years, and in exchange we'll get $1.2 million in additional state funding forever. So this year we have to abate 2 times, the second year of last year and the first year of this year. And then we'll have to abate one more time next year. So all of that is what's making the 5-year a little bit delayed, because it's, the numbers cross fiscal years, and I'm just trying to make sure I have my head wrapped around the timing of abating versus receiving additional state funding.
So we're abating 3.6 million this year.
Yes, correct.
And then how much does that get us in perpetuity then?
It'll be 2.2 million additional dollars in funding forever.
What's our fund balance at the end of all these abatements? I mean, is it going to be pretty low?
At the end, next year, it will probably hit its low point. It's still quite healthy though, and then it will actually climb after that.
Yeah, we're not looking at any kind of a danger zone.
No, I don't think so. In fact, I don't think so, for sure, no.
We never know what's tomorrow brings.
Never
The world may
know.
be set on fire once again. Who knows?
Right, but we'll discuss all that. I'll have more details. Yeah.
Monty, is this year the first year of the new base minimum increase for the first round?
Yes.
So that's a partial offset.
Right. So we abated 1.7 million last year, but received 1 million. And then this year, we're going to abate 1.7 and 1.9, but we'll receive 1 million and 1.2 to offset it. Yes, our special ed provider, who we are generally happy with, reached out to us to start discussing a contract for next year, and they proposed a 5% increase, which, given the way things have been the past few years, I'm quite happy with. They also added to it a fuel surcharge as a proposal, where they would compare this year's price to last year's price at this time, and if it is more than 5% higher, we would pay a surcharge. So I negotiated that it would go both ways. If prices go down, I said I wasn't interested in one way, because if prices were high and then you compare the next year and maybe they've gone down, we want a credit for that, and they agreed to it. So that's in the contract. So it's info this month, it's in board docs if you want to read it. It's essentially just a 5% increase on the base rate, plus or minus a fuel surcharge, comparing each month to that same month in the prior year.
This would start July 1.
This would start July 1, yes. So it's info now, I'll bring it for approval
Don't do too much
next month.
In July, right?
No,
So August.
it's the school year.
Yeah, so essentially start August. Last August, it was pretty, everything was pretty high.
Yes, yes.
I don't anticipate that. And the summer ones are almost higher. Yes, higher for summer.
Well, for every month, so September, the first full month of school, they'll look at last September. It'll be a comparison,
Right,
you
so
know.
I don't think it's high last September.
Right. Right. It very well could be less some of the months.
Yeah,
I think the fuel cost rider is the winner.
yeah.
If gas prices do tend to trend up, that gives them the confidence to spend that 5% on bus driver salaries, et cetera. Jim, money negotiating that go both ways, it's just good.
Okay. 9.1, communications correspondence. I think we have 2 out.
District 146, thank you for supporting our family in these difficult times and the beautiful flowers. She would have loved them. Best wishes, Graham and so family.
To the District 146 Board and Administration, thank you for the beautiful floral arrangement and your support as we celebrated the life of our dad. To the many district staff members who shared words of support and condolences in person and through cards, emails, and texts, it really was comforting to share with the family.
Can I have a motion to go into closed session, please?
Move to go into closed session for personnel matters.
Is there a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll be in closed session, there will be no action following closed. Thank you, everyone.